Hey guys, Nick, aka the Boy Nick's Games. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how you can start your very own freaking server in Minecraft 1.8. But first off, I want to say this is not a 24-hour server. If you want a 24-hour server, sadly, you can't host that yourself, and it's going to cost you a little bit of money. I would recommend Apex Minecraft Hosting. Go to rkt.us/Apex. First link in the description down below. Go down there, click that. It'll take you out to Apex. You can check out what they got for $4 a month. Just $4 a month. $24 a year, you can get your own awesome 24/7 Minecraft server that you and anybody else can join. So go check that out. Nevertheless, if you just want to host a server for your friends that's not 24/7, that's only up when your computer's on, you have it running, then this tutorial for you. Let's go ahead and jump on into it. First off, we need to go to minecraft.net/download. Scroll down here until we see multiplayer server. This is the second link in the description, by the way. Scroll down until we see multiplayer server right here. And as you can see, if you're running on Windows and just want to set up a server easily, download right here, Minecraft_server.1.8.exe. That's what we want to download. So we'll click it and it will download. That was a voice crack right there. We'll download, and if we go to the main menu, our desktop here, as you can see, here it is. Now, if it's not there, no reason to freak out. Simply hit the Windows key on your keyboard and R at the exact same time. Type in downloads, hit enter. It'll be right here. If it is here, we need to take it and drag it over to our desktop. Once we've got it there, we need to create a folder. Now, for me, I'm just going to name this 1.8 server, right? You can name it whatever. You can name it 1.8 vanilla server, 1.8 survival server, creative server, whatever you wanted to name it. It doesn't matter. It all will work the same. We just need a folder to put this in. And to create a folder, by the way, right click, new folder, and then enter the name for it. But we've already got one right here, 1.8 server. Now what we want to do is we want to take this 1.8 server file and move the Minecraft_server 1.8 file that we downloaded. So take that, drag it over into there, and then boom, we're good to go. Now we need to open up this folder and then just double click on Minecraft_server.1.8. So double click that and click run. It'll go through, it'll wait. You can see the mouse is working with circles. Boom. It opens up things. Why is it opening up things? Oh my god. Okay, so we've got this thing open. We don't need it right now, so just type in STOP right down here. Click with your mouse and type STOP. Hit enter. It'll stop that. Now what we need to do is open up this file, this EULA file, right? So double click on it, and then what we want to do is we want to read this. We want to copy this, paste it in our browser, and then go read it. If we agree that our server is going to agree with that, right, we're not going to break any of the rules that are set here by Minecraft on account.mojang.com/Minecraft_EULA. I've already read that. I'm not going to be breaking anything with this server, so we're good to go. So go ahead and type EULA equals, right, that's already there, and change false to TRUE. So EULA equals true. Click File, Save, and then we can close out of this. Now what we want to do is double click on Minecraft_server.1.8 again. Click Run, and it'll open this up again. However, what it will also do is create a lot more stuff in the background for us, and that's exactly what we want. However, again, we can go ahead here and type STOP. We can stop it yet again because we don't need this anymore. Well, we will, but not right now. So STOP and then hit enter. It'll go ahead, stop that. Now what we need to do is do the port forward. But don't freak out. Don't freak out. I've done thousands of port forward tutorials at this point. I've helped thousands of people do port forwarding. I'm good at this. I know I can teach you guys, so let's just walk through this. We can do it here. Okay, so first off, what we want to do is we want to hit the Windows key on our keyboard and R, like we did if your folder was in downloads, right? If your download was in downloads. And instead of typing downloads this time, we want to type CMD, hit enter, and it will open up this. Okay, what this is the command prompt. But don't freak out because it's a command line. All we need to do here is type IP config. Hit enter, and it will give us all of this information. Your IPv4, your subnet mask, and your default gateway. So let's go ahead and move this over to here. And what we're going to do is go ahead and open up server properties. Now, when you first double click on this, it won't open in Notepad like this. What it will do is it'll open up with a dialog box. It'll be like, what program do you want to open this with? Don't search online. Don't do anything like that. Just choose Notepad. If that doesn't work, you should be able to right click on it and then open with it'll open up this box and then be able to choose Notepad. Nevertheless, once you've got this open, right here in server IP, about halfway down the page, you will see server-IP. Next to that, server-IP equals, next to that equal sign, we want to type our IPv4 address that we found right over here, right? This IPv4 address, colon, whatever is right here is what we want to type. In my case, that is 192.168.1.4, right? So, .1.4. That'll be different for you, most likely. It might be the same, but chances are your IPv4 address will be different from mine. That is absolutely okay. All you've got to do is just copy it from over here. So whatever your IPv4 address is over here into server IP equals. That's fine. Whatever it is for you, if it's 192.168.1.10 or if it's 168.192.1.20, whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever your IPv4 address is, right here in the CMD, the command prompt, right here, just go ahead and take that and paste it, or, copy it, whatever it is, 192.168.1.4, over here into server IP equals. Once you've done that, you can click File, Save, and then close out of this. We want to leave this open because we're going to be using it a little bit more. Now what we need to do is go to our browser again, our trusty old browser here, and this time, rather than going to minecraft.net/download, what we want to do is go to our default gateway. So as you can see over here, coming back to the command prompt, right, we have a default gateway here. Take this default gateway, in my case 192.168.1.1, which it might be the same for you, it might not, don't forget if it's not. Take whatever it says here and put that in your browser. So in my case, 192.168, I can't type today, .1.1. Hit enter, and it opens up this trusty little dialog box for me. But don't freak out if it doesn't open up a trusty little dialog box for you. Why? Because you probably have a different router from me. I have a Netgear WNDR 3700 V3, but you might have a Cisco router or a Linksys router or something different than a, Netgear router WNDR 3700, right? So you probably have something different from that, but don't freak out. Don't freak out. It's going to be the same process. You have a dialog box here, and you're going to enter your username and password to log in. But what are those username and passwords? Well, if we come over here, this is the third link in the description down below, right? Go down there, click this. It will take you off to portforward.com/default_username_password, okay? What we want to do is we then want to scroll down until we find what kind of router model you have, or who makes your router, the company that makes your router, right? A lot of people have Cisco routers, so for example, we're going to use Cisco, but literally any kind of router company is pretty much on here. So go down here, click Cisco. It will then take us off to this page right here. We can then scroll down until we say, I don't know, what if you have a Cisco Works 2000. Well, in that case, your username and password is guest, right? So you would type in the username, GUST, and open up Adobe Premiere by accident, and you would put none in password. You would leave password literally blank. Okay, so you're going to put nothing there. So in this case, it would just be nothing, right? What if it says admin and then the password is, well, password, right? So what if we come down here? I think there's one. Yes. So what if the password is password? Well, guess what? You type PASSWORD right there. You type password. But that's not what it is for me. I have mine custom set. But nevertheless, that's pretty much it, right? Just find it here. And if you can't find it here, ask whoever runs your network in the house. It might be your brother, your parents, your significant other, whatever. If they don't know, call your ISP, your internet service provider, and they'll probably be able to help you out. Nevertheless, once you've got all that information, come over here, enter it, and then click Login. It'll open up something that looks similar or completely different to this. This is the graphical user interface, the OS, basically, of your router, right? So everybody's is going to be different here, guys. Everybody's is going to be freaking different, and that is okay. Don't freak out about that. All we need to do is go to Advanced. 99% chance it's in Advanced. But however, once you're in Advanced, you need to look for port forwarding. You need to look for apps and gaming. You need to look for port triggering. or advanced setup again. So for me, in advanced setup, I have to go into advanced setup again, and then I can see port forwarding / port triggering. Just look around your router interface. Don't change anything except in port forwarding / port triggering, but look around, find port forwarding / port triggering, or just port forwarding, or apps and gaming. It's all the same thing. Once you find that, click it, and it'll look something like this. Now, as you can see, I've already got something here for Minecraft server. I'm going to delete that because I'm going to create it again here for you guys. What you want to do is you want to add a custom service, okay? Or add a port, or add a port forward, or whatever it is, okay? It's going to be different for everybody, but that's fine. What you want to type here is you can name the service whatever you want. I just always name it Minecraft server for ease of use. And then you want to click TCP/UDP. However, if you can just choose one, you'll want to do this twice. You want to come in here, create Minecraft server once for TCP, and then you want to create it again for UDP. However, I have them both, so I'm going to do TCP/UDP. If you have them both, do that as well. For external starting port, you want to put 25565, and then the same goes for the external ending port, so 25565, and then boom. We're pretty much good to go. The only thing we need to do now is for our internal IP address, put 192.168.1.4 in my case, or whatever your IPv4 address is. So this comes back to this IP config thing we did earlier. It's very, very important, guys. So IPv4 address, come over 192.168.1.4 for me. For you, it might be something completely different, but whatever your IPv4 address is, simply come in here to your internal IP address and put 192.168.1. whatever yours is, right? Or if it's completely different, 182.168. whatever it is. Put your internal IP address here. For me, that's 1.4. Or if your router is like mine, you might actually be able to just come down here and see, oh, right there it is, 192.168.1.4. My gaming PC, that works. That's what it is. So click that, and bada bing, bada boom, go ahead and click apply. Once you've done that, boom. The hard part is now over, guys. Let's go ahead and minimize this. I'm going to have to close out of Adobe Premiere here. And once we're back here, pretty much all we need to do is set up the .bat config. So give me a second to get that file open for you guys, and I will be here. So right here are all of the server.bat file commands. All of these are linked in the description, and you can even get more RAM than this if you want, but for a vanilla server, there's no reason to get more. So figure out which one of these you want. For just this tutorial, I'm just going to use 2 gigabytes because you don't need any more than that if it's just you and a couple friends. But I'm going to go ahead and use this, so copy it in the description. Again, in the description down below, go down there, figure out which one you want. For me, I'm going to use 2 gigabytes here. You can use 1. You cannot use more than how much RAM you have. So if I go ahead and show you that real quick, if you want to go to the Windows key and then go to Computer, right, and then go to System Properties, you can see right here how much RAM you have. For me, I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. I'm not going to use more than probably 6 on a server, right? You could probably use, if you had 4, like 1.52 at max. Honestly, I wouldn't go more than half of the amount of RAM you have, and that is pushing it, guys. I would recommend, honestly, about 25 to 40% of how much RAM you have total on your computer. But as you can see, I have 16 gigabytes, so I can run 4 gigabytes, 6 gigabytes, and I'll be 100% fine. But if you only have like 2 gigabytes of RAM, you're pushing it. You might not even be able to run a server because your computer won't be able to handle it, but you don't need to go over 1 gigabyte of RAM on your server if you're even going to be able to do it. So, nevertheless, you can see how much RAM you've got there. Whenever you figure that out, you can close out of this and make your choice. Again, I'm using 2 gigabytes, so let's go ahead, stop talking about it, and right-click, copy it, minimize this because we don't need it anymore. And now what we need to do is we need to right-click, and we need to new document, or text document, rather. And it'll open up new text document. You want to then open that up. So we created it. Now we want to double click it. And we just want to right click, paste, whatever we copied out of the description right here. So now once that's pasted right here, and by the way, yes, it is different. It was set up for 1.7.10, so that's 1.8 now. It'll be fixed in the description. So yeah, nevertheless, whenever you've got that, you can go ahead and click File, Save As. We don't want to save it as, whatever we saved it as before, as whatever you want. I'm just going to save this as run.bat, okay? Run.bat, and we do not want to save type as text documents. We want to save it as all files. Go ahead and click that, click Save, and then close out of this. Now we can delete the new text document we created, for one. For two, we have this little cute thing right here with the gears and all of that. Double click it. So we double click it, it opens up this. Now, as you can see, there was an error here, but that's not gonna matter, okay? It's 100% fine. But whenever you've got that, we're done. You've ran that. Now you can type stop in this little GUI down here. Hit enter. It'll close out everything. And then, boom, we can close out of that. Guess what? We can even close out of this because we're ready to officially run our server and get everything up and running. So go ahead and double click on that. Click run. And this is officially running our server. So every time you do start your server, every time you have to run this, right? You just double click on Minecraft_server.1.8. So you have to open that to open your server. And now we can go ahead and close out of this because we don't need it anymore. But what I want to do real quick is up ourselves in the server. So for me, that's up Dead Buddha. For you, it's up whatever your Minecraft username is, okay? So whatever your Minecraft username is, that is what you want to type here. So again, up Dead Buddha, which it opted me there. But up Dead Buddha, boom. So there we go. Now, when we join the server, we'll be ready to go. So I'll meet you guys in the Minecraft main menu, and that's exactly what we'll do. We'll join the server, and I'll show you guys how your friends can also join your server. Once we're on the Minecraft main menu, all you need to do to join your server is go to multiplayer, and then, by the way, this is our server. This is my old 1710 server, as you can see, but whenever we got this up and running, you can direct connect. And you can type your IPv4 address in. You remember that? If not, no big deal. Simply hit the Windows key on your keyboard and R again. Go to CMD and again type ipconfig, what we typed earlier. And there it is again, your IPv4 address. Type that in right here. So 192.168.1.4. Click join server. And logging in. Wait for it. Boom. There we go. We are now in our very own Minecraft server. We can see this by coming back here and boom. What we opened, our little server dialog box, that thing that we double clicked on and it opened this. Here it is, right? And as you can see, Dead Buddha, me, is in the game. And if we type again, just to make sure, up Dead Buddha and hit enter, we can see in the server has now up Dead Buddha. And what that means is we can now break blocks. We can now, pick blocks up. We can now place blocks and do all that stuff. And if that is an issue you had, it's because you're not opting your server. So type up and then your username, whatever your username is, and you'll be good to go. However, how do your friends join your server? They don't join how I just joined. So let's go ahead and test and see if friends can join the server by disconnecting, right? Now, what we want to do so your friends can join is simply go to Google, trusty old Google, and type IP. That's it. 2 letters, IP. Hit enter. Mine is going to be blocked for you guys. You won't be able to see mine because you could do evil things with my IP. However, yours will not be. You'll be able to see it on your own personal computer, and this is what you want to give to your friends. Don't give this to everybody, guys. This is why you set up a server with like Apex or someone like that, so you can have a public server to give to everybody. This server is just meant for you and people you trust, such as your really good friends, family, things like that. So, whenever you've got this IP, right, you can just highlight it, whatever, and then right click on it, copy it, and then come back over to Minecraft, and then go to multiplayer, and this time we can still direct connect. You don't have to direct connect every time. You can add it as a server, but just for the purpose here, we're direct connecting. And we can paste it in here. Again, mine is blocked, but we just paste it in there. So whatever your public IP address is, put this in the server address, and hit join server. It will join the server, and just as proof, right there I am in our little server dialog box. You give your friends, your family, anyone you want to join your server, your public IP. But again, this needs to be people you trust. You do not want to give this to everybody. And congratulations, you now have a Minecraft server. And if you want a public server, go to rkt.us/apex to get your very own public Minecraft server set up for just $4 a month or $24 a year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I make awesome Minecraft videos, tutorials, let's plays, everything, every single day of the week. So why not subscribe? I'll teach you how to install mods. When Bukkit updates, I'll teach you how to make a Bukkit server, how to install Bukkit plugins, how to move your single player worlds over into your server, all of that awesome stuff. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more awesome videos coming your way. Nevertheless, guys, I'm Nix Games, and I am out. Peace. And here's some videos you guys may want to go check out. On the left is what's new in Minecraft 1.8. You now have a server in 1.8, but what exactly did you get? Go check out that video to see exactly what was added in Minecraft 1.8. And on the right is how to install texture packs in 1.8. Why not? Use some awesome texture packs on your brand new server, and that video will show you how to install those. Also, check out my daily vlogs, the Bomb Sneaker Scheme, to see what I'm doing every single day of my life. Anyway, guys, I'm Nix Games, and I am out. Peace.